yesterday's news you have read that Goa has become a model state, model developmental state. If you look at the development of Goa, look in every sector of it. You look at the coal, we are eating dust, coal dust. You look at the mines, we are eating the mine dust. Nobody to take care of us. You look at our rivers, there are these casinos. Our water is polluted. Our river doesn't look like a river anymore. It looks like buildings and buildings everywhere. But what are we left with? You go to our beaches, you have drugs. And there's no one to raise a voice on these prevailing facts. Nobody fight for. And Dutor has been fighting for this over a long period of time. Now we need a voice in the assembly which will match the jugglery of all those 39 other guys who have nothing to contribute to the state. Our state is totally devastated today. We say we're development. Building a bridge makes it development. You could have enlarged the road with the shortest distance between 2 points from Penn to Pole, land had been acquired. Now you have built bridges where we only see the concrete. It's like a concrete jungle. You go to the hinterland, and now they are building those the corridors for electricity and another railway line. What are we left with finally, boys, friends? What are we left with? And what are we promoting? And nobody will raise a voice. Not that we have not been successful. We have been very successful in the past. But that success has just withered away. Because those whom we elected ran away to greener fields. So therefore we was totally helpless.
Like the way Radha has said that yes, the political equations over the last few days have changed, and foreseeing that finally we enter into the assembly, if you want to really fight for Goa and for Goans, there was no other way that was out for us, and that was the reason why I resigned. If you have a look at today's the divisive forces that we have got, you realize that there are people who will tell you what to dress, what to eat and what not to eat, and they'll also tell you what to speak and what not to speak. Now that brings a big question mark of how are we going to deal with this type of divisive forces. And that's the very reason why we have decided that yes, we have been fighting all this time, whether it was coal, whether it was the 3 linear projects or any other issue. We have always taken it up at our own level. I do understand as a president of the party, yes, we were not able to give a formidable force to be in to fight for the Goan cause and for the sake of Goa, because there are different political forces that go in different directions, and that's the very reason why we find there are so many splinter groups that are there together, and they need to come together. That's the very reason why we have taken this particular call. So for the better cause of Goa, I thought that we should, and that the decision has been taken by all my supporters as well as with the UDP functionaries, that we have decided that I should fill myself on another party ticket.
And so when he decided to resign, we have accepted it, and absolutely we have no anger or rancor about that, because we are not people, we all work together and we have worked for a common cause, Goa, and that cause remains. And the UGTP was formed also as a regional party to protect regional interests, and our interests also remain. We are making it very clear that the party shall remain. None of us are joining any other party. None of us means maybe Anaklet, myself, Drubachi, or all our other office bearers. We are not joining any other party. When the elections come, we will decide what to do. As a political party, we can either abstain or we can extend support to some formation. That we will decide in due course. For the time being, our president is free to contest on any party ticket, and we wish him well.
So why UDP is not backing the party banner?
What is that?
What prevents you from bidding him on the party banner?
See, he was to contest on our party banner, but as we have said, we do not have that extra strength required to get elected. We know that. We know practically. We know that to fight today's election, you need logistical support. You need many things which we don't have. We were all agreeing to back him there, and we will still back him. No issue on that. But if he comes as part of a bigger group, see, we are being accused of trying to split votes. That accusation will go. We are not fielding candidate to split vote. He'll be part of a larger group. And when you are part of a larger group, and when that larger group gets elected, tell the bigger support to fight for our causes. And we are sure that he having Dr. Johnson, having been brought up in the UGDP, he has the interest and well-being of Goa in his heart, and he will work for us, irrespective of whichever party is elected. So we feel that he has to be part of a setup where his chances of winning are higher. We have in the past, we know what has happened to our party. So why should we compel him or force him?
So then BJP will support the TMC?
No, in his constituency, see, as of now, as I've said at the beginning, we want to see how the situation emerges. And we may take our decisions accordingly. But as far as Kunkoli is concerned, he may be with whichever party he decides to choose. But we will be with him. That much we have confidence in him, and he has confidence in us also. Because he's our...
We'll decide.
We will, and we have confidence in the press also.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, we are going to go into the party, but we will decide and then accordingly.